Comes to Korean dramas that leave fans breathless, few pairings have sparked as much curiosity, debate, and emotional investment as Song Kang and Han So-hee. Their on-screen chemistry was so intense, so natural, and so believable that fans around the world began asking the same question. Was it really just acting, or was there something deeper happening behind the cameras? Welcome back to Buzz and Tea, where we spill the stories that fans can't stop talking about. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about K-drama mysteries, the forbidden chemistry between Song Kang and Han So-hee that many viewers still believe was more than just a scripted romance. If you watched Nevertheless, then you already know what we're talking about. The drama told the complicated story of two young people drawn to each other despite knowing their relationship could only end in heartbreak. But what made the show unforgettable wasn't just the storyline, it was the electricity between its two leads. From the very first episode, something felt different. Song Kang played the charming but emotionally unavailable Park Jae-aon, a man who didn't believe in relationships but loved the thrill of attraction. Han So-hee portrayed Yoo Nabi, a woman recovering from a painful breakup who still found herself irresistibly drawn to him. Their characters were messy, flawed, and painfully human. But what really caught viewers off guard was how real their interactions felt. Every glance, every lingering touch, every moment of tension between them looked less like acting and more like something unfolding naturally. Fans immediately began noticing things. The way Song Kang looked at Han So-hee during certain scenes didn't feel scripted. The pauses between their lines sometimes carried more emotion than the dialogue itself. Even simple moments, sitting side by side, brushing hands, exchanging quiet smiles, seemed charged with an intimacy that made viewers feel like they were watching something personal. And the internet noticed. Clips from the drama exploded across social media. Fans created edits highlighting their chemistry. TikTok compilations, YouTube analyses, and fan theories flooded the internet, with viewers trying to decode every detail. But the real fuel for speculation came from behind-the-scenes footage. In many of the production clips released during the filming of Dam. Nevertheless, the two actors appeared incredibly comfortable around each other. They laughed easily, joked between takes, and seemed to share a natural rhythm that many fans said looked less like coworkers and more like two people who genuinely enjoyed being together. There were moments where Han So-hee would burst into laughter while Song Kang teased her. Other clips showed them quietly discussing scenes, standing close together, or playfully arguing about how a moment should be filmed. None of it proved anything romantic, of course. Actors often develop strong friendships during intense productions, but fans couldn't ignore the vibe. One particular behind-the-scenes moment became famous among viewers. During a rehearsal for a romantic scene, the two were supposed to practice a simple interaction. Instead, they ended up laughing so hard they had to restart multiple times. The crew members could be heard joking that they looked like a real couple, and that single comment sent fans into a frenzy. Soon, online communities began compiling evidence. Every interview, every promotional appearance, every photo was analyzed. In one interview promoting Nevertheless, Song Kang spoke about working with Han So-hee and said he felt very comfortable acting with her because she made scenes feel natural. Han So-hee, in turn, mentioned that Song Kang had a calming presence and helped her relax during emotionally intense moments. Simple compliments, but to fans, they sounded like something more. Another thing people noticed was how easily the two slipped into playful teasing during press events. Instead of the formal distance that sometimes exists between co-stars, Song Kang and Han So-hee often appeared relaxed and casual around each other. At one press conference, they laughed together so often that the host jokingly asked if they had become too comfortable during filming. Fans loved it. But perhaps the biggest reason people believed their chemistry might have been real was the emotional depth of their scenes. Nevertheless, was known for its bold and intimate storytelling. Many scenes required the actors to portray vulnerability, attraction, and complicated emotions with incredible realism. Some viewers felt that the performances went beyond what typical acting looked like. They believed that the actors were drawing from genuine feelings. Of course, the reality of acting is much more complex. Skilled performers are trained to create believable emotions on camera. What audiences see as romantic tension is often the result of careful direction, trust between actors, and hours of rehearsal. But when the chemistry feels too convincing, fans can't help wondering, and in this case, that curiosity only grew stronger after the drama ended. Unlike many drama pairings that quickly fade after a series wraps, the conversation about Song Kang and Han So-hee continued for months. Fans kept revisiting clips from the show, analyzing interviews, and debating whether the connection they saw on screen had ever existed in real life. Some viewers were convinced the actors had secretly dated. Others believed they had simply developed a close friendship. And some fans argued that the forbidden chemistry everyone felt was actually the result of two incredibly talented actors perfectly embodying their characters. Whatever the truth was, one thing was undeniable: their partnership had created something special. Part of the fascination also came from the personalities of the two stars themselves. Song Kang had already gained massive popularity through dramas like Love Alarm and Sweet Home. Known for his soft visuals and emotional acting, he quickly became one of the most recognizable faces among younger K-drama actors. Han So-hee, on the other hand, had captured attention with her powerful performances in series like The World of the Married and later the action-packed drama My Name's From. Both actors were rising stars, admired not only for their looks, but also for their ability to portray complex emotions. When they came together in drama, nevertheless, it felt like the perfect storm. Two talented performers, a story about irresistible attraction, and scenes filled with tension that blurred the line between fiction and reality. Fans weren't just watching a drama, they were watching a dynamic that felt authentic. And authenticity is powerful. In the world of K-dramas, viewers often become deeply attached to on-screen couples. Sometimes those attachments grow so strong that fans hope the actors themselves might fall in love. We've seen it happen before. Real-life relationships have emerged from drama sets, turning fictional romances into real ones. So when audiences saw Song Kang and Han So-hee together, it was almost impossible not to imagine that possibility. But there was also another element that made their pairing feel forbidden. The story of Nevertheless itself was built around temptation and uncertainty. Their characters were drawn to each other despite knowing their relationship was complicated and potentially painful. That emotional push and pull translated into every scene. Sometimes they looked like they couldn't stay away from each other. Other times it seemed like they were holding themselves back. That tension made viewers feel like they were witnessing something fragile and unpredictable, and that feeling lingered long after the final episode aired. Even today, fans still return to the drama to relive those moments. New viewers continue discovering the show and asking the same question that audiences asked when it first premiered: was their chemistry real? The actors themselves have never confirmed any romantic relationship. In fact, both have maintained professionalism when discussing their time working together. They've consistently described their connection as a good working relationship built on trust and mutual respect. But sometimes, mystery is exactly what keeps a story alive. If they had openly dated, the fascination might have faded quickly. Instead, the uncertainty allows fans to keep imagining possibilities. And in the world of entertainment, imagination is everything. The legacy of their partnership also shows how powerful storytelling can be when the right actors come together. Chemistry isn't something that can be easily manufactured. It happens when performers understand each other's timing, emotions, and energy. Song Kang and Han So-hee seem to find that balance naturally. Whether their connection existed only within the world of the host stream, nevertheless, or extended beyond it, may remain a mystery forever. But the impact they created together is undeniable. Their performances turned a simple romantic drama into a global conversation about love, attraction, and the blurry line between acting and reality. And perhaps that's why fans still talk about them today, because sometimes the most unforgettable love stories are the ones that leave a little room for doubt. So now we want to hear from you. Do you think Song Kang and Han So-hee's chemistry was purely acting? Or do you believe there might have been real feelings hidden behind the scenes? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed diving into this K-drama mystery with Buzz and T, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with fellow K drama fans. Because in the world of Korean entertainment, the tea is always hot, and some stories never stop brewing.